So Henry and his dad needed somewhere to commit the murders, and where better than a frightening forest?
For a horror film, you need a place that's inherently scary. Very few horror films take place in brand new modern buildings. You need age, you need history, you need a sense that something has been there before. Forests give you that feeling, trees give you that feeling. It's the oldest location ever. You know, Little Red Riding Hood didn't get lost inside of Harrods. It's always the forest you gotta go through because you don't know what's in there.
How are we supposed to find anybody in all this nature?
The woods definitely scare me because I'm out of my element. I think generally people feel scared because, you know, you don't know what's out there.
We spent a lot of time shooting in forests and woods like these, didn't we?
Yeah.
In fact, episode 2, I had to sort of stumble through this forest looking for Chloe. And on one of these trees, I was hanging.
How long did we keep you upside down for?
It was felt like 4 hours. And my head, I think the blood is still just starting to seep back to the rest of my body.
Your hair never looked better.
My hair has never looked bushier.
Somebody help me!
The woods that we used in episode 12, where Henry kills Trish, was probably one of our best locations because of the vastness of it all. But we did it on purpose. We revealed Henry as the killer in episode 12 to set up for that recap episode of 13.
I did not see that coming.
Well, I heard that you thought it was Madison all along.
Well, I'm suspicious of all children.
The spirits told me.
My money was on Madison all the way. She is creepy. But in episode 12, it was finally revealed that Henry wasn't quite as perfect as we first thought.
We already felt we're keeping this secret desperately and pathetically, doing everything we can to not let people, just let them know already, and let the drama not be who is doing it, but who is gonna make it and how.
I mean, after I saw how he died, I thought it was like very beautifully written and done and very poetic.
We're going home.
Yeah. Thanks to you.
You need to see the turn in Henry. You need to see his true self, but you can't lose the guy that you've seen throughout this entire show. It's one of those scenes that if it doesn't play right, then the rest of the show just kind of falls flat.
I'm in my wedding dress, barefoot, running through the forest, and freezing my ass off. My toes felt like they were gonna fall off. My feet were like all scraped. They were trying to put like these tiny little leather suede things on the bottom of my feet. But it was almost perfect because, again, it just heightened things that much more.
She was just a wreck. Just a wreck, nonstop crying. It was great.
Oh my God.
I've got you. It's okay.
For Henry to kill her in the wedding dress, that seemed interesting. It felt like good storytelling. It felt cinematic. And so that's something we always knew.
It's funny, because early on in the show, I think it must have been the first time that Katie put on that wedding dress for a scene.
Ta-da! Yeah?
It's spectacular.
Really?
Henry's gonna lose it when he sees you in this.
Oh, Trish, such a waste of a good dress. I hope it's not dry clean only.
She turns to Karim and goes, "You had better not kill me in this dress."
They did kill me in that damn wedding dress. It was sad. I don't know. Maybe I'm cursed now.
You bastard!
It's not
So we had no idea it was Henry, but did he?
I found out that Henry was the killer right before we started shooting episode 8. In fact, Jeff, over the speakerphone, started out the conversation with, "The magic word is Henry."
Wakefield has an accomplice. It's just not Jimmy.
He was suddenly infused with a whole bunch of subtext and backstory, and it became very fresh. And he hadn't been using up his techniques or tricks to play the deception.
I mean, I'd go to dinner with Matt Barr and CJ Thomason, and you know, these guys would just grill me after a while, you know, like, "You know, don't you? You know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know?" You know, right? You know, I know you know. I know you know, you know. I mean, just nonstop.
I was actually sitting at the airport with Chris, flying to Vancouver to finish up the show, and he told me that it was him. And I was like, no! No! You lied to me, you're a bad friend. I don't trust you. I'm gonna tell your kids. No. Ah, son of a bitch!
He's really, really good at keeping secrets. Really good at keeping secrets. As I said, he even kept it from his wife whilst filming.
Some bad people pretend to be nice to get what they want.
He really did a great job. Just this innocence and commanding personality, taking control but not revealing too much. And then looking back, you can kind of see little clues and little hints.
You understand me now. Sometimes you see that I'm mad. Oh, but I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh, Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
We don't want it to be too normal, but there were times we thought, okay, we need to put some stink on him, which is why we put blood all over his hands at the end of episode 8.
In episode 5, when Mr. Wellington is walking with his daughter in the woods, he mentions,
I don't trust the boy.
Even the fishing with the guys on the boat, they even say, dude, it's all you've been talking about is to go out here because Henry had killed Hunter. He'd put the money on Hunter's boat, and he knew if we go out here close enough, we'll find the boat, and we'll see what happens with that.
we had a shot of Henry having scratches on his arms in the bathroom, and Trish says,
How'd you get these?
I don't know. Didn't feel it.
Henry has never been normal. You know, the Henry that you see at the beginning of the show is the mask that, you know, I think I described it earlier. It's the mask that he's been wearing since he's a kid. It's what he does and how he acts to get through life and not get arrested. You know, he's broken. And then meeting his dad, I think, really released his true self and allowed him to, you know, really kind of honed it. You know, he was like his Jedi master of evil. It's horrible. But, you know, I mean, he was the guy who taught him how to make his true self most effective.
From Wakefield's standpoint, he had found the son that he had been denied by the sheriff and Abby's mother. Having Henry back was a validation of everything Wakefield had done up until then. It made everything it justified everything he had done. It justified his anger and his